Some of you are being called to leave something behind. Yeah. And the thing is, though, you know exactly what it is, but you are waiting for the right time. You're waiting for the perfect time. I'm here to let you know that there is no such thing as a perfect time. Okay? If you want different, you have to move different. You can't just sit around and expect it to happen. You're waiting for something to come in, but it can't come in because you're not moving differently. Okay? Hi, my name is Andrea, in case you didn't know. Yeah, I'm just here to give you a little guided message, give you some advice, give you some whatever that you need at the time that you need it. Okay? So this reading is timeless, but just sit back, relax. Let's get into it, y'all. So I pulled some cards before I hopped on here. And it started off, I was like, where are we going with this? We got the Eight of Cups and we got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there's something that you've emotionally outgrown, right? I don't know if it's relationships or mindsets or just overall situations that maybe just aren't fulfilling you anymore. It's like, but this was always going to be how it was. Sorry, I didn't even show y'all. So we have the Eight of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, you're not, like I said earlier, right? You're being called to leave something behind, and you know what it is, but I need you to know that this was always going to happen. Okay? There's no way around it. This is literally required for your path. You're not losing something, you're being repositioned. Okay? That's kind of what I'm getting from this. Okay? And what really threw me off from there was we got the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands, but the crazy thing was they both came out in reverse, right? So it's like you want to change, but you don't want to feel uncomfortable changing, if that makes sense, which I get, because it's like we all want the change to happen magically. We all want to, just wake up in a new life, and then we're like, wow, we made it. And that's not how it happens. That's not it sounds good though. That would be lovely if that's how it worked. But unfortunately not. So it's like, again, you're being called to change. Emotionally, you feel it. You know that something needs to change. You know that it's time. But it's that fear, because again, we have the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. The Page of Cups is just very emotional, right? And we have it in reverse. And then we have the Page of Wands in reverse, which speaks to procrastination, right? Because again, it's like we feel that fear of, I want to change, but like, what is it going to be like when I get there? What, you know what I'm trying to say? Like almost a second guessing yourself, which can then cause the procrastination that we're seeing there. And that's not the energy that we need to be in when we're trying to change, when we're trying to do different, be different, show up different. Because again, if we want different, we have to move different, right? Okay, so from there, I got the Ace of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. So for me, I'm seeing this as like an energetic exchange and like potential opportunities. But you're not going to see these potential opportunities if we're staying stuck on the fear of change, right? Does that make sense? Hope that made sense. Because this divine opportunity is what I'm hearing. If this divine opportunity comes in and you're not in a space of being comfortable to change, then it's kind of like asking the universe for something but keeping your hand closed so you can't receive it, is what I'm hearing. That's interesting. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, so like maybe you've been overgiving, right? But not where you should be, if that makes sense. So now you're being asked to receive. You're asking, but you're not, your hand isn't open because you're giving. You need to be comfortable receiving as well and making the changes in order to receive what could possibly be coming in, what seems like is coming in. Or you're in the opposite realm, right? Where you're sitting around and you're kind of like waiting for a handout, as you can see, like in the Six of Pentacles. You see them down there with their hands out, right? So maybe some of you have also been sitting around waiting for this handout instead of actively participating in the exchange and the give and take, if that makes sense. So the Ace of Wands is simply a new beginning, but it's not a passive new beginning, right? It requires action. It requires courage. It requires you to say yes. And not only does it require you to say yes, it requires you to move, to get comfortable with the change. It requires you to take the steps into the unknown. It requires you to go out in uncomfortable situations. Because the Ace of Wands quite literally speaks to the urge to create, the potential beginnings, new opportunities, growth. You're not going to get to this if you can't receive, if you can't be open to what the universe, the divine, God, source, however you want to word it, is bringing into your reality, right? And then the last cards were beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love the way that this ended because it just felt like divine. Yeah, so one of the last cards I got was the Magician, which is so crazy because we got the Magician yesterday, right? And as we know, the Magician has all the tools that he needs. He has the ability to do anything that he wants to do. Again, he has all of the suits in the card with him. He has the Pentacle, he has the Wand, he has the Sword, he has the Cup. He has everything that he needs. He is the creator. He conducts his reality. He manifests however he wants to manifest. Right? This could be you. This could be you. You already have the tools. You already have everything that you need. What are you going to do with what you've been given? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to follow exactly what you feel, what you know you need to do and walk away? Are you going to allow the tide to turn in your favor? You have to change. You have to be okay with moving different. You have to be okay with being called selfish. You have to be okay with being called different. You have to be okay with being called the black sheep. Because as soon as you step into that energy, baby, you have the world. Oh, I forgot YouTube. You'll have the world in your hands. Yeah. All of the fulfillment, celebration, travel, all of the beautiful things that it is that you're seeking, you can manifest. You can manifest for yourself. You have the power to do that. You're not stuck. You're hesitating is what it is. Like, you can quite literally expand and level up. Excuse me. Confirmation burp. Thank you, Spirit, because that's crazy because I rarely burp. So that was, okay, confirmation. Thank you. You got to walk away, though. You got to walk away, though, guys. Stop delaying. Stop delaying. Stop procrastinating. Stop. Because if you to continue to procrastinate, if you don't choose to walk away and allow fate to turn in your favor, guess what's going to happen? That wheel's going to keep turning. That wheel's going to keep turning and you're going to be stuck in the loop. The same loop that you've been in. Do you want to stay there? I wouldn't want to. I had to make a choice too at one point. Like, do I want to continue in this loop? And I remember I was in a Reiki session and I was like, I don't know why this is coming up, but I was in a Reiki session and the Reiki master asked me, your higher self is asking you to come with her. Do you want to, or do you want to stay here? And I literally remember being like, what type of question is this? That's what I thought to myself, because I was like, I've been here before. I know what all there is here. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I know this is known. I know what's here, and none of it excites me. So no, I'm going to go with her. And the Reiki master said, okay. And we continued on with the session. So that's exactly what you're being presented with, that option right now. Do you want to follow your higher self? Do you want to follow your higher self into the unknown? You can see the moon back here. The moon is known for being the unknown, the shadow side, the self, do you want to follow your higher self into the unknown? Sure, it's scary because it's unknown. You don't know where you're going to go, what's going to happen. So yeah, you're being presented with an option here, is what I'm getting. But it could go in the most beautiful way. The Ace of Wands speaks to new opportunities, growth, potential beginnings. So as soon as you just let go and let God, release that fear, the procrastination, right? The self-limiting beliefs. The world's going to open up. The world is going to bend to your will, is what I heard, which is crazy because manifestation again. But you have to make that choice. You have to say, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Also, just notice we have 1, 1, 21. You might be seeing a lot of 1-1s or 12s. Bless me. Okay, let's pull an oracle card before we get out of here. Get some confirmation here. All right, Spirit. We have confirmation for the collective. The Most High and good of the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. What's the confirmation you have for the collective, Spirit? Spirit, ooh. We got aquamarine is the crystal, but it says serenity. Let's see. Again, I am new to this deck a little bit, so I like to use the book. I just realized it has a beautiful whale on it. Whales are so healing. I want to go see one in person, like in the ocean. I don't want to go to like a zoo or an aquarium. Okay, aquamarine. This card invites you to embody tranquility and find solace in moments of stillness. The whale symbolizes emotional depth, wisdom, and the power of introspection. Embrace this moment of serenity to release stress, find inner peace, and reconnect with your inner wisdom. Allow the gentle energy of aquamarine and the soothing presence of the whale to guide you towards a state deep of relaxation and emotional balance, reminding you to dive deep within yourself to find the serenity that resides at your core. Dive deep within yourself. Yeah, dive deep within yourself. Trust yourself. Trust your higher self. Because they're going to guide you. They're not going to lead you astray. Much like the whales, I don't know why I just thought about this. Much like the whales who have no sense of, GPS in terms of what we humans use, but they can guide themselves safely throughout the oceans, place to place. They have certain places that they go to breed, certain places that they go to give birth. And they do this all effortlessly. They trust themselves enough to do that and can guide themselves safely. Trust yourself enough to do that too. Trust yourself enough to let go and believe in yourself. You're not going to lead you astray. It's up to you. I just heard it's time. It's time. That's what Spirit has to say for you. You're either going to step into a new cycle or you're going to repeat the old one. It's up to you. But Spirit says it's time. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. And yeah, have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Love you guys. Bye.